I've been playing Monster Hunter World for, oh, let's see here. How much is it? 158 hours. And I've only been playing it for about three weeks, maybe a month. So I've, I've put in a lot of time into this game, you know? So I just want to make a video real quick, just kind of like share my experience with the game. Uh, I feel like I'm towards the end of it. Like, I know I'm at endgame because I've killed Behemoth, and obviously he's the hardest thing right now. But I know obviously my set decorations and all that stuff are not complete. They're not fully to where they could be to maximize my damage and stuff. And I feel like that is the real end game, to farm that type of to farm that type of content to get those set decorations and be able to do massive damage. I have gone Insect Glaive. I feel like Insect Glaive is strong, and this is my current loadout. I got Flight Jewel, obviously I got the Soul of the Dragon too, so the elemental damage is up on that. Got the Tenderizer for the weakness exploit. I got a Vitality Jewel. I feel like something better could be there. I just don't really have anything better, I don't think. I got a Dragon Jewel. I believe I have Dragon Attack somewhere else too, but all that equates out to this. Solar Dragon for the elemental damage increase on jumping strikes, critical eye, stun resist full for my charm. I just don't like being stunned. I don't like to die because I got stunned. It just blows my mind, so I don't have that. I'm not sure crit boost 4 is even, or 3 is even worth it. I think just 1 is just, I don't know, maybe. Maybe I don't understand the game mechanics that much. Do you have Iron Prolonger? Because I like to use Temporal Mantle and jump around. I will get another one of these and use it, probably in place of this, because an extra 25% on an item is sweet. I only have one Dragon Attack. I need more than that. I can make those, though, so I feel like I'm being lazy. But if I look at my gear, then I don't have that many slots. Which leads me to my next question. When I augment this, do I put another slot on it, or do I get the health regen that everybody seems to be crazy about? I tried health regen on my Xeno Mitora bow, and I haven't stacked it with like Nergigante stuff, and I don't feel like it was worth it. I don't feel like it gave me that extra stuff that I need. I feel like I already bought this. But I always check. I always go around and check. Yeah, I already bought that. I have just trade-in items for that, so I can go up there and sell. Because obviously I have a problem with keeping my Zenny right now, since I'm in this nascent stage of becoming the best insect glaver I can be. Let's go running something real quick. I like to show you like the gameplay. Like I've learned how to play. Uh, I don't know if it's the best way to play, but it's most fun for me. I like to jump around. I feel like a dragoon. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where I've gone with this guy. Um, I don't really know who to hunt specifically, so let's go find something. Investigations are pretty cool, especially like when you got like stuff like this. These guys look like they're, so I can get in there before it's full. It's gonna offer some pretty good rewards. That's why I always look for this purple. I'll go with gold sometimes when I do solos. So like the purple ones, if I really don't like to do anything but the purple ones when I'm joining other people's groups. Um, I'm not the best player. I mean, like I'm brand new to the game, so, but I'm not really, because I've conquered the hardest content the game has had. You know, killing Behemoth without any deaths is pretty much, you know, about as good as you can do, regardless of your gear. I just feel like I could contribute more. I don't feel like I don't contribute that much damage like a lot of these higher gear people. This dude's like 340 hunter rank. Normally when I drop in though, like I've kind of gotten in the habit of going to supply box. I steal some of this shit from other people just because I feel like they're not going to use it anyway. And I like to utilize that. Especially if I'm using a healer build, I'll take all of it. I don't care. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm going to help more the group by having those items than you are. Manage items, the loadout I use. I'm missing a lot of stuff right now. I like to keep the bombs. I do have a loadout to where I don't have to do this. But sometimes to me it just feels more, I don't know, like it solves my ADD problem. Pick up on the flash pods, might berries, stuff like this. I keep this stuff for when I'm a healer. I feel like it serves more of a purpose whenever I'm a healer, so I don't bring it along. Life powder. I'm not going to bring life powder along on this. But then I like to clear any unnecessary clutter out of here too. I've just kind of grown ADD on that. I like to go to the canteen. Oh, monster. I love it. Alright. Go to the canteen. I got a bad habit of doing the chef's choice platter. I know that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do custom and then get your feline moxie, your feline insurance. I don't feel like Barroth or Black Diablos is going to give me any problem on that. Black Diablos might, but I have the Temporal Mantle. So, I don't know. Once you get the Temporal Mantle after completing your Teostra chain, the game opens up. Like, your damage goes up and everything just because you're evading for however long it is. Okay, like, they killed him already before I even got there. So, I mean, that's a cool feature of the game. I just wish that it didn't, you know what I mean? It kind of takes away from my experience. I wanted to kill Barroth. I like to break the parts off of him. But he's not really the best for how I play. The big, bulky monsters are. Anything with wingspan really is. I like how it's kind of universal. You know, people complete quests for you in the game. I don't like the fact that there's no PvP in Monster Hunter World, but the name implicates the PvE nature of the game. So, you know, I play World of Warcraft, and I like Call of Duty, like first-person shooters and stuff. So, for me, this game needs a PvP element, and I would probably be addicted to this game like crack. Then it would just be like, dude, farm decorations, become the best character, you know, you figure out the best theory crafting, you know, you can, and then go ham in PvP arenas or stuff like that. I just don't know if this game engine would support really good PvP content. I don't know. I'm not an expert on any of that stuff. I mean, I'm assuming it could, because if you can do the PvE part, you can do the PvP part. Black Diablo's going to be down here. The transportation system, I mean, like, the running in the game isn't so bad. You know what I mean? And they do allow you to fly to, like, other locations and stuff, which I could have done here. But I don't think that, I think that they should have something like a mount or something like that. And they should have bigger gaming worlds. I think that'd be a good improvement. Iceborne's coming out in, like, 8 to 9 months, probably 10 months maybe. Maybe no, not even that long. So I really feel, yeah, it could be that long. I really feel like that's a good look for the game. See what they do in there. I think I'm supposed to be charging this thing. I'm not entirely sure, and I don't really know how to charge it. But I got this little dragon right there. I could have evaded that. I wasn't paying attention though. Let's see, like right here, I'm getting low. I'll put on my Vitality Mantle, or my Temporal Mantle. I dodged that. That probably would have fucking hurt me pretty good. And then I like to jump up, kind of predict where he's gonna be. See if I can get there in 1 to 2 jumps and kind of like start this little rotation up again. I know building that bar up is really important, and getting those 1, 2, 3s is really important as an insect labor. So I really like the combo of this play, and then I can kind of land and do all this stuff before he disappears again. So it doesn't look like he's gonna do. But you see that Temporal Mantle, he's hit me like 17 times, it seems like, since I've been fighting. And you know what I mean, I haven't even healed yet. Kind of let my healer do that. It's about halfway done. Which is cool, because it'd only be 25% of the way used if I had that extra enduring jump. So I'm thinking that's a good look. I actually ran like 5 of these, I think. I don't know how many you can run off one investigation, but I had an investigation for Captor Black Diablos, and everybody was just helping me do it. I can't kill this guy by myself. I mean, I probably could, but it's just more fun to do it in a group. Okay, right there, like I'll use a max potion. Trying to put any more pressure on my team than is already met. And I like the ability of the insect blades to be able to dodge stuff. I just don't like when you get like right there. It could be a problem right there, you know what I mean? Where people are all next to each other and they're hitting each other. It sucks. It's always. I feel like he's gonna go this way. He didn't. He did. He did. He did. Yeah. I just pointed the wrong way. So I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna drop some bombs on his ass. I don't care what this guy's doing. Boom. Caught him. You know what I mean? It's just fun to play with people like that. They're good. Really, the bombs were unnecessary, but you know, it's fun to like blow a dragon up whenever it's low like that. And they only cost like 2k gold a piece, or 2k zenny a piece. Got some rock skinned hard fruit. Other than that, I mean, Monster Hunter World is really, it's really not an innovative game, but for me, it's unique. You know, I like to see the rewards that I get at the end. It feels like I'm doing something. There's always something, you know what I mean, that's worth kind of doing and playing. It's not gonna take me forever. Only thing is, whenever like 3 people die or you fail a quest, and like say you're trying for progression in on your way to end game, it can be really frustrating to say you just spent 30 minutes of your life for 60 Monster Hunter points or whatever they are, research points. So you have to be careful with that. But I mean, through the duration, the game is a lot of fun, and you know, I really need to go and like kill Behemoth right now. That's like my main thing, so I can get my Draken set or whatever it is. And you know, that's like my little goal right now. And then after that, you know, there's all these set decorations. But the crafting in this game is really cool too. I wish more games had a crafting system to where the gear that you did, you know, obviously playing World of Warcraft, you know, the crafting system is, you know, obsolete. I wish you had a game where, you know, which is probably why I like this, where you can actually craft the gear that's relevant in the game by defeating the content that's relevant in the game. You know, I don't have a lot of these pieces, and I probably won't get them because I save, right now I'm saving up all this stuff to augment the game, the gear that I do have now. And that's what I do like about this system as well, is that not only can you craft, but further on you can augment this stuff. I need to get 90k so I can drop one of these on here. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. I like the attack increase, but what I've been hearing is that, you know, slot upgrades and health regen are really good. The affinity increase, though, is pretty cool, too. I mean, I don't really know, like, the percentages and stuff and, like, what goes with what, but I like the ability to do stuff like that. The Palico equipment is really cool. I guess this is the Moogle set. It gives him the wand. This is full armor set. I haven't seen this, actually. This is new for me right here. So this can turn him into a Moogle. And this looks like... I'm not sure what it does. It looks like it's just the same. I guess that's just like a thing to craft. You know, just to have it like a skin or something. But Other than that, like customizing the bow guns, that's pretty neat. The augmenting the armor. I spent a lot of money augmenting this Dragon King eye patch. But now I'm like close to being able to do this, and then I'm gonna be able to do my chest next. Let's see what type of gear I got. I think I have the chest, the Draken chest. I think I bought that. I wish I could add like sockets though to gear, so socketing might be a, another thing that can make the game like a lot better. I think getting as many skills as possible is pretty crucial to being good. But I also feel like it could make the game like really unbalanced, but I think that it can be already. But then I think about what I just said, and then I'm like, no, because it doesn't really seem like there's a big shift in between whatever weapons that I use and stuff. Only armor. Armor plays a big role, like resistances against certain things like Kieran and Teostra. There's definitely a lot that can go on there, so far as survivability goes by switching out your gear. I'm I don't know, I'll join these guys to see what this is about real quick maybe. I'm pretty convinced that the game could have a better layout. It could have better information, like I mean, you gotta do a little research to figure out this stuff. It could inform you better on what's good and lead you in the right direction. But pretty much it plays like a single player game online. Excuse me, which I think is pretty much what they were aiming for. So it does give you a general direction, but like there are builds, I guess you could say, that definitely are better than other builds. And I'm not using that. I'm just going with like, I like the way this dude looks with his little beetle helmet and, Final Fantasy 14 looking or whatever it is. I play Final Fantasy growing up. I think that's really cool. I like the cross between the two. I think that's a pretty solid thing that they did there. Right now we're looking for Anjanath. If I'm not mistaken, he's always up here. And you learn the game as you play it more and more. You learn like where to go to find certain monsters or what they like to do, how to fight them. I think that's a big thing, a big learning curve, is you learn like how to fight the monsters, and they're not as difficult as they once seemed. Behemoth was probably the easiest one to learn, but I feel like getting 4 people to not die to Ecliptic Meteor, they felt like, we'll just make him kind of an easy little boss fight. Like a really like a I'm in combat now. It was pointing me in this direction, was it? No. But they wanted to make a boss that was like, Final Fantasy-esque. Once you learn when to heal yourself, when to do your big damage, when not to do the damage. How to interrupt. You kind of get the fights down. Anjanath, he's your big learning curve in the beginning of the game. Sure, everybody remembers that quest. I don't think it's Tickle Pink. I think it's another one. You just hunt Anjanath, and it's like really early in the game, and you actually have to go like farm gear, and do other stuff before you can kill him if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, if you do, obviously, stay away from his feet, stay away from his bites, when he enrages to kind of dodge the fire and stuff. But it's some pretty intense stuff when you don't know what you're doing. And it's even still, I'll throw Temporal Mantle on before going, or a Vitality Mantle. I get this confused all the time. Before going in on him, just because he has that enraged thing where he does that crazy damage. I think finding this guy's almost dead already. Sorry about that. I zone out sometimes. The monsters, they do a little crying thing. It's like, come on, buddy, it's not that bad. But I need you to die real quick. I need you to get in this trap because I don't feel like chasing you for 3 minutes and it really irks me. But he's a hard boss when you first run into him. Other than that, if you don't know about Kieran, if you don't research Kieran, it can kind of throw you off on how to beat him. But once you learn him, he's actually fairly simple. Guess I can't shock trap him here. That was weird. I didn't bring any trank bombs with me either. But yeah, that's that right there. And then the other one, I guess, is Rathian, isn't it? Oh, so I was wondering what the other guy was doing. Fastest way to Rathian. Sometimes it's not to follow these little fruit flies they give you. Fruit flies. Other than that, I feel like Monster Hunter World has some room for improvement. Has a lot of room for improvement, but what I've heard from everybody that this game has just been around for a while now, and it's a lot of fun for the people who have been following it and stuff. I think personally, I will play the expansion. I want to see where they take the game. I don't think an MMO would be good, even though this is kind of like one, but it's not really, you know. It's more like an action RPG and third person. But I would like to see PvP content get involved. I would like to see maybe like raid encounters. I don't know if that's possible. But there's a couple things they could do. And I would like to learn how to play a lot better. Like right there, I feel like I can just, you know, find my positioning and stuff like that better. I think they get better tutorials on how to use the weapons. I know half the fun is playing and learning, but I don't know, I guess from playing World of Warcraft, I like to have that end game grind to where I'm not focused on what skills I'm using. I'm just worried about getting my stats and my gems and everything, you know, prioritized to where I'm doing as much damage, you know what I mean, and being as helpful to my group as possible. But I don't know. Maybe if it was like that, I wouldn't have enjoyed it so much. So I know since even the last like 15, 20 hours of gameplay, I've been kind of like going in, leeching off of other people and like healing them. You know, I'll heal, so I can't really call it leeching, but you know, I'll heal them and stuff until I learn how to, you know what I mean, the fights, and then I'll start doing damage. But I only really get into do damage when my temporal mantle on. I don't know if that's just me or if that's just, you know, normal to do. You know, I don't like to die. And when I die, I feel like I'm hindering not just my rewards, but the group's rewards, and that can kind of seem like a throw off for gameplay. As far as the hunter rank system, I think it could be more rewarding too. I think there should be something like every 10 levels, maybe. Every 10 levels, maybe every 50 levels. Like a big, kind of like a bounty, I guess. Like, okay, you're rank 50, so now we're going to give you 250 Zenny, 250k Zenny, or whatever, you know? I do like the registered bounty. I do like the Argosy. I do like the Tail Riders for getting materials and stuff. I haven't been using the Tail Riders because I had a point deficit for a while. I was like really close to like 0. So I kind of backed off that, but I think I'm going to start that back up. I'm not sure if it's even a viable aspect of the game, but I mean, it's pretty cool. The little RP interactions are pretty neat. You know, I'm not really a gamer that likes stuff like this, but I know there's people who do. You know. So stuff like that's pretty neat. Other than that, I give the game a thumbs up. I'd definitely buy it again. I got it at a discounted rate, but I would buy it again and play it again if I knew nothing about it, or if I knew what I knew now before I bought it. I would definitely do that. And that's pretty much it. That's my review on the game. I think it's solid. If you haven't played it, I think you should, because it's gonna open you up to like an innovative sort of gameplay and game design. It's very smooth for the graphics on this. I feel like this game has better graphics than Call of Duty 4 or Black Ops, right? And I can stream this game and I can record this game, but I cannot record or stream Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I don't have a really good computer. I have an Intel, 7, and it's a Ryzen. It's a Ryzen 7, processor and graphics card. So it's AMD, but it doesn't really work good with World of Warcraft either, but it does good with this. I mean, I can't stream in 1080, but that'll be for the next machine. Even though 1080 is really standard nowadays, it kind of sucks, but it's a good thing, It's got to evolve with the process. So that's it. That's my guy. This is Dragoon. He has a little Final Fantasy jump. Looks like he's from Final Fantasy, kind of. It's pretty neat. And I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. And like and subscribe for more videos. And have not the phone ring whenever we're doing recording, right? Silence the phones. Thanks.